Hi everyone, this is Jagjit and we're going to go over exponents. So we'll start off with the exponent rules. Firstly, I want you to remember anything to the power 0 is going to be equal to 1. Okay? Anything to the power 0 is going to be equal to 1. X to the power 0 is 1, 2 to the power 0 is 1, and so on and so forth. Okay? Now, if I have x to the power square times x to the power 3, in this case, you will just add up their powers. So it would just be 2 plus 3, which is x to the power 5. Okay, you can think about it like when we have x squared, it means we have 2 x's. X cubed means we have 3 x's. So in total, we have 5 x's multiplying by each other. So that's why it's x to the power 5. If we had x to the power 10 divided by x to the power 3, in this case, you would just do x, power of the top minus power of the bottom. That just gives me x to the power 7. You can think about having 10 x's at the top and 3 x's at the bottom. So the bottom 3 x's are going to cancel with top 3 x's. You're going to be left with only 7 x's at the top. Okay? Now, if you ever have a negative exponent, you can just take the reciprocal, bring it down, and the sign is going to change, and it will just become 1 over x squared. Similarly, if you had 1 over y to the power minus 3, you can move it to the top and rewrite this as y to the power positive 3. If I had 2 over x raised to the power minus 3, you can take the reciprocal of that. In other words, you can flip these two terms, these two numbers, and you can have x at the top, y at the 2, and the power will now just become positive 3. Now, if I had 2x cubed all raised to the power 4, when you FOIL it, this would just become 2 to the power 4 times x to the power 3 times 4, which is 12. Okay? Let's see if there's any other rule that we've missed. So x to the power 0 is 1. Whenever two terms are multiplying, you're going to add up their powers. Whenever we're dividing, it'll be power of the top minus power of the bottom. If you ever have a negative exponent, you just take the reciprocal, and the power is going to turn positive. Okay? Now, if you ever ended up having 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power 3, this would just mean that x is equal to 3. Okay? Because our base is the same, which means the powers would need to be the same. Okay? Let's do a few examples. So for the first example, we have 4 raised to the power 6x plus 1 divided by 8 raised to the power 4x plus 2. And the question is asking us to simplify this. So the very first thing I do is I look at the numbers. I see 4 and 8. And I ask myself, can I write them as a power of the same number? Okay? So 4 can be written as 2 squared. So we can rewrite this as 2 raised to the power 2 times 6x plus 1. And 8 can be written as 2 cubed. So that would be 2 to the power 3 times 4x plus 2. We're going to FOIL the terms down. So 2 times 6x gives me 12x. 2 times 1 gives me 2. At the bottom, 3 times 4x gives me 12x. And 3 times 2 gives me 6. Now we have the same base. So in order to simplify this, I would just do power of the top minus power of the bottom. Now guys, it's very important to put brackets, okay? Otherwise you'll be making mistakes. Now we have 12x minus 12x, so that cancels. And 2 minus 6 gives me minus 4. So we have 2 raised to the power minus 4. Now I can take the reciprocal of that and move it down, and it will become 1 over 2 to the power 4. And 2 raised to the power 4 is just 16. So my final answer is going to be 1 over 16. Okay? Let's do a couple more examples. So we have 9 raised to the power 2x minus 3 is equal to 27 raised to the power 1 minus x. Again, straight away, I look at the numbers first. I see 9, I see 27. Both of those numbers can be written as a power of 3. So we're going to write 9 as 3 squared. 27 can be written as 3 cubed. We're going to FOIL the powers. So we get 2 times 2x, which is 4x. 2 times minus 3 is minus x. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times minus x is minus 3x. My base is the same. That means this power will be equal to that. So we can say 4x minus x is equal to 3 minus 3x. We're going to bring all the x terms together and the numbers on the other side. So minus 3x comes here, becomes plus 3x. 4x plus 3x is 7x. Minus x goes there, becomes plus 6. And 3 plus 6 is going to be 9. So x is just going to be 9 over 7.